What's up, Yani gang? What's up, Yani squad? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute, but I feel like I'm gonna be so consistent now. Like, y'all, I'm revamping my whole channel. I got a banner done for my channel. I got an intro and an outro done for my channel. Let me play the intro for y'all right quick. That was a banger. I know it was. I love my intro. Thank you to the person that made it again. So y'all seen the title of this video. Today's video is going to be like a review on like what to expect when working at Amazon. What is it like working at Amazon? Because I know, like me, I was so scared to go work at Amazon because I'm just like, it's a warehouse, it's full of people. I don't like being around people because people so messy and they talk too much. I don't like to talk to people because people will talk your ear off, and I like to be in my own space sometimes. Like I literally like quietness. Quietness is like how I focus and manage. Like I got a lot going on, but like when I have my alone and quiet time, that's what helps me to like keep going, because I just gotta have it. But if I have somebody constantly talking at me all day long, I'm not gonna want to be there. I'm gonna want to quit. And yeah. And so let's just get right back into this video and right into the review of like what it's like working at Amazon. So my first day, I was so scared. I did not know what to expect. But I know, like, somebody told me that on the first day, it's like you watching in a classroom watching videos all day. So it's like, okay, I feel a little better because I'm not about to be thrown right into a job. So the first day come, I go in, it's in the classroom. You go sit down, you take your seat, and you in the classroom. So the instructor comes, she's giving a few minutes to make sure everybody come in and you know, ready to get started. So we start. It's just a whole few hours of watching videos, and then they have like little activities that they pass out. So like the first activity was they had gave you this paper, and it was like a list of stuff, and you have to walk around and talk to everybody in the room basically and ask them questions, and if they do, then they sign their name next to it. It was pretty simple. It was pretty cool. At first I was kind of like, I don't want to really talk to nobody right now. Like I'm not in the headspace talking to nobody right now, but it ended up being fine. It ended up being cool. Everybody was nice. So I'm gonna say towards like the end of the first day is when like they was like, okay y'all, so we done watch these videos, now we about to go do some hands-on. So I was like, oh no, how why? So they took us and we went to go do the hands-on training, and it was basically like we went over to like this little box. It was like a little square, and the guy had set up two cones facing each other, and it was like a little opening so you can like go through the cone. And so you had to grab the little handle. It was connected to like a box wooden thing, like I forgot what they were called, the little thingamajig. So you had to pull the little thing. It was a little heavy. You had to pull it around, go through the cone, and then come back around and go back through the cone. And then you had to take it back and you had to park it. And it was like, at first it was like, it was kind of a little hard to try to like get it back to park it. But like everything else was cool. It was easy. It was fine. So we did that. Everybody went through and they did that. It was funny watching everybody like try to like figure it out how to do it. It was funny for real. I was laughing at myself too. But anyway, after we all finished doing that, we end up going back to the classroom and watching some more videos, and the instructor had told us, you know, we're gonna watch a few more videos and then we're gonna go back to hands-on training. And I was like, I just want to sit here in the class. I want to be appreciative of the classroom right now, because at first I was like, I'm ready to be done with this classroom. These videos putting me to sleep, but it's also entertaining me too, because like I'm getting educated on what all the different things and the benefits of working here at Amazon. But I was just like, I don't want to go back to no hands-on training, because that stuff be having me like get ready to pass out, because I be so nervous about like if I'm gonna, you know, embarrass myself or something. But anyway, she had ended up saying, you know what, it's gonna be like an early night or whatever, let us go earlier, because she ended up supposed to, it wasn't gonna be enough time for us to get through everything. So we end up coming back the next day, starting off in the classroom, and we had like she had brought like the HR person in, and they told us about like, you know, the everyday pay, how you can like access your pay cards and get your money when you need it. So I was like, okay, cool. So we did that, and so they talked to us about how that works and all that. And I was like, me personally, I like to have all my money in one place. So I was kind of hesitant to even try to like do the everyday pay, because I like to see my full check, and I'm be like, where my money at? And I get my check and it's like, oh girl, you took some money out of the check. So I have not taken any money out of my check. But anyway, so then after that, we had another speaker come in, and like managers and stuff like that, they introduced themselves to you, and like you get to know like who your manager is. And then she came around and she was like telling us like who gonna be what. And so it was like the room was split in half from like ship dock to pickers. And I was like, I don't want to be no picker, because I don't want to go 30 feet in the air. I can't do it. And it's just like, I knew deep down I was gonna be a picker. I knew I was gonna be a picker, because it's just like, it's all, you always get what you don't want to get. And so she came around, she got to me, and she was like, you're a picker. The person next to me, she's like, you're a ship docker. And I'm just like, how? Why couldn't I just be a ship docker? Why have to be a picker? It's just like, why are they doing this to me? I don't get it. I don't understand. But anyway, so they had told us that, and then they had took us back over to the little hands-on box, and they had split us in half again, and they had started doing some more hands-on stuff. And you know, it was like you had to like take the cage apart and put it back together, and that was pretty good. It was pretty easy for me. He did it a couple times, so I got to watch him and really like see. So that was pretty good. It was pretty easy. Then we have to go over and get some training on what ship dockers do, which is like, you know, load up the trucks, pack the stuff. They do like lots of things. I really don't know all stuff they do, but what we did, we just put boxes in as if we were stacking up a truck. Then after we finished that, then we went back over towards the front, and then they had split us in half again. It was like, okay, this is it. Y'all gonna say goodbye to y'all little friends that y'all made. We about to split y'all back into where y'all actually gonna be working at. So they said, if you're a ship docker, come over here. If you're a picker, come over here. I was so sad. I was like, why? Like, why? I was so nervous at the same time too, because I knew it was getting closer and closer to the time for me having to actually get up on that machine and go in the air. So I was sad, but then we had to end up going back to the classroom, and we spent the rest of the day, that second day, in the classroom again, watching videos on like what it's like to be a picker. And we took some tests in between the videos too, so that was pretty good too. And so by the end of the shift, by the time it was time to go home, we was done with the videos. And so the next day when we came, this is day 3, going on day 3, we came in and we met at the learning desk, and we're going to do hands-on training on like how to be a picker. And so we all met up at the learning desk, and they had gave us these little guns, and then they had told us, you know, we were about to go over to like this little area where we practice on how to operate the machinery. And I was like, oh, I'm so nervous, I don't want to do this. I feel like I'm a fail this, and they're gonna have to re-coach me, train me all over again. So we had went over there. The guy did some talking. He had told us, pointed a few things out to us, and then he had showed us, he got on first and he showed us what he wanted us to do, and then he had us volunteer who wanted to go first, you know, to come up and do what he did. And so we all had to take turns and do that. So the first thing he had us do was get on and show us how to like raise the machine. What we do first is hook up. Basically hooking yourself onto the harness, because you have to have on the harness when you were operating the machinery, and you have to have a safety hat. So you have on your hat and your harness, one. So you have to hook up your harness first, and then you have to put your lock the thing down, latch thing, so your cage won't fall off, and then you have to raise up until you get to the yellow line or something like that. So we did that 3 times so that we can get it in our heads and remember, like, this is what we're supposed to do every time we get on the machine, because it could be dangerous. You could hurt yourself. You could even like lose your life if you don't take these safety precautions. So we did that, and that was the easiest part, honestly. So then the next thing I think he had trained us on was we had to actually start driving the machine. So he had us drive around the cones 3 times. No, actually he had us drive forward 3 times and drive around or backwards. I can't really remember, but he was showing you like how to drive and operate the machine. You had to do it 3 times a piece. It was 3 different things you had to do 3 times a piece. And then Once everybody got done doing that, then we went on and it was time to go to break. So when we came back from break, then it was time for us to learn how to park the machine. So he had set up a 3 cones, and he taught you how to bag out of the parking spot and how to come back around and come back into the parking spot. And so that was a little hard for me at first because I kept on hitting the cone, and I was still trying to learn how to like operate the machine for real, because I really didn't know like what I was doing for real. So I was kind of like, also it was like me being nervous on top of trying to learn something new. So those 2 things do not mix together. So the next thing was that he showed me basically how to do it. So we did that. We learned how to back out of the parking spot and learn how to come back into the parking spot. We did that twice. Then after that, we moved on to like showing us the aisles, and we drove through the aisles. Well, it was like they had like a training part, so you're not actually out there where everybody else is. They have like some training set up aisles. So we went over there. He showed us what to do, how to like drive in and out of the aisles, and how to like line up your machine to start turning. So we learned how to do that. And then after we finished doing that a couple times, then it was time to do what I did not want to do, what I dreaded doing, what I was so scared of doing. So I was so scared. He was like, but I was like, let me go to the bathroom first, because he had told us a story earlier. He was like, somebody went up on the machine and they were so scared when they got up there, they peed on themselves. I was not about to be that person, because I was literally, I feel like I wasn't afraid of heights. I was just afraid of going up so high, only being connected to like a harness. And I was afraid that I'm a clumsy person. I'm a very clumsy person. If you know me, I'm so clumsy. I was afraid of tipping off and falling. So y'all, not gonna lie, when I was about to go to the bathroom, the guy was like, you gonna go first because you're the most nervous. I was like, I have to go to the bathroom first. I'm not about to do this. He was like, yeah, you should go to the bathroom first. That's smart to do. He's like, okay, yeah. So when I came back, I was the last person to do it. And when I started going up, y'all, I was scared. My heart dropped. I was so scared. Like, I did not want to do it, but then I just like, held my breath, and I just pressed the button to go all the way up to grab the package. And I was walking so slow to grab the package. Like, if y'all was like there in that moment, like everything just left my body, and I just like, sucked it up and just like did it. Hurry up and did it. Put the thing back up there and came back down. I was like y'all, I wanted to cry, because like I didn't know that I was gonna be like that afraid, but I did it. I got through it. But if I could do it, you can do it, for real. But anyway, then the next thing he had us do was we had to drive the machine and go up and down while you driving it. That was so scary to me, because I was afraid that I would tip over the machine. Like, I was so afraid that I would tip over, because like driving at the same time is like going up and down. It's like so scary. So I did that, and I was just like, I don't know, like what, I didn't know what to expect. But then I was like, I hurried up and did it fast. And he was like, you have to go all the way up, the highest that the machine can go, and you have to look in and see what was inside, like the chandelier thing. I'm looking and I'm like, there is nothing in here. He's like, okay, you say what's in there, you can come back down. I'm like, there was nothing in there. He was like, exactly. I was like, okay. So y'all, at the end of the day, I'm gonna stop the video right here because I don't want it to be too long. But like this video, subscribe, and comment for part 2, because it's more to the story. But I'm gonna end this video right here, y'all. Let me know what y'all think of my intro and my outro. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you.